Polo to the flow though. You already know though.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Saints are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against a Lions team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. 7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Fleener, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he knocks it through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. first down at Stafford. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other, two-handed. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. To throw, it's Breeze. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And on 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again. Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Ginn. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Breeze now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down. Stafford gives to Abdullah. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. From the gun, here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Breeze. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football. Breeze will try again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Flainer on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
There hasn't been much to crow about when we talk about defenders in New Orleans in recent years, but Cameron Jordan certainly is a guy that we should respect.
Is he what they will kind of build around on that line?
Yeah, they have to, because not only is he a good player out on the edge, he can work inside a little bit as well, but it's his leadership and his passion for the game that they'll really utilize.
Now it's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Caught right side, Tate. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And shedding through the tackle. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Thomas has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. When you and I did the weekly commentary updates last year, it seemed like we always used to talk about Michael Thomas week after week.
And it piled up. 92 catches on the season, but the thing that really struck me was doing a New Orleans game and talking with a few of his teammates who talked about how much the game meant to him. And he was upset with guys he didn't think cared about the game enough. Unusual for a rookie, but it's a good sign for him.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
So here come the Lions now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's complete. Abdullah. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. Stafford on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. This is a screen to Abdullah. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he connects with Ebron. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Ebron caught left side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the 1st half. You do have the entire 2nd half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
They're broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this 1st half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nate Irving coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Abdullah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed. Because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, Stafford here. Over the middle, it's Fells. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. great ones, some of the best. They're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Dixon. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And no update from Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, it's Stafford. And that's incomplete.
Well, plain and simple. That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. Stafford looks to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Powers past him at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets...
Golden Tate's going to go! Touchdown, Detroit! Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Breeze hands to Ingram. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He dumps it down to Ingram. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He completes it to Abdullah. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him with no gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's flushed it, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for a loss of 5. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Saints were the best team in the NFL on third down last year. 49% conversion rate. Helps when you have Drew Brees back there.
It certainly does, because he is just so analytical in everything he does. Goes through every progression on every snap in practice, so not much surprises him on game day.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Three yards to go here on second down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. On first down, Stafford, the left side completion to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
From the 50, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Stafford. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. A toss to Abdullah. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Going with a short yardage man, Tukuwafu. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You're able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. So out now come the Lions. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Stafford gonna throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate, and he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They go with Abdullah again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes.